Someone gives you $2-3 billion and says, hey, I want you to go and fund with this whatever is best for the future of the Jewish people. What do you do with that money? What are you going to do with $2-3 billion? What if they give you $20-30 billion? Do you give it to fighting anti-Semitism? Do you give it to doing pro-Israel activities? Do you use it to open a Jewish hospital or a Jewish museum? What do you do with it? There's one very simple answer that Golda Meir gave my grandfather, and this is the answer we each should be approaching. The answer is give it for creating free Jewish day schools. Jewish education is the key, number one, to the future of the Jewish people. It will solve every other problem. It will address every other issue. And currently, the fact that we don't have free education for Jewish day schools is an appalling and unacceptable situation of American Jewry. The fact that only people above a certain income are able to reasonably afford Jewish education is unacceptable. We cannot accept it as the reality, especially since the money does exist. It's not that expensive for the entire American Jewish community to have free Jewish day schools. If you go to the Israel Day Parade, who's there? Jewish day school graduates. If you go and see who's making Aliyah to Israel, who's speaking out on behalf of Israel, Jewish day school graduates. Of course, many others as well. But the backbone of our community must be day schools. And if we want to exist long term, we must make sure free Jewish day schools are available to all. It cannot be a situation where people need to choose between paying their basic bills and sending their kids to day school. The money is there. We have it. It exists in the Jewish community. We give it to all kinds of different causes. We should give it to making sure every single child has a free Jewish education. It's unthinkable to me that I go and I look and I see immigrants to the United States of America, whether it's from the former Soviet Union, from Israel, wherever it may be. They look around, they say, I cannot afford to send my child to a Jewish day school. That's unforgivable and frankly unprecedented in history. Every time in history, every Jewish community around the world made sure there was an educational system where every single child, regardless of income, is able to attend. And we must make sure we do that. We must make sure every Jewish boy and girl have the opportunity to attend a Jewish day school free of charge. And the community has to rally behind this because it's the solution that will solve every other problem that we have. You want to see a good Jewish future? Raise proud, informed, educated Jewish children. That's what we ought to do. It doesn't mean we're disregarding any other issue. It means it's the solution to all problems. It's unforgivable that a community as wealthy as America's Jewish community should not have something that every community from North Africa to Persia to Europe, everyone had this. Everyone had a system of education where kids can attend a Jewish day school, get a Jewish education, regardless of their parents' income. This was the situation in the shtetl. It was the situation in Poland, in Germany, in Morocco, in Iran, and it cannot be different in the United States. It's unthinkable that the wealthiest Jewish community in history should have kids not going to school because their parents can't afford the high prices of Jewish day schools. So let's make that happen. Let's all talk about this, and let's make sure we make it clear we as a community prioritize education.